gonna try it out because he could have, you know, run in.
Any host for Summer Games Fest? None.
Got that launch and maybe got some momentum back.
I praise that type of attempt. Shout out to AO Richie, creating so much attempts at that backswing blow. Trying to channel that, but Arslan putting in so much work already that he didn't have enough life to kind of gamble that. So we are gonna go to the next round, next game here, folks, in Maji Temple.
Amazing stage.
I want to see Street Fighter 6 Season 3.
So
There's nothing that like.
Stages out of different sections.
Yeah, this is very reminiscent of.
Well, maybe if they would have added Buki, that would inspire me to pick the game back up.
Yeah, just the details alone, right?
Actually, if they would have added Buki to Street Fighter 6, I might pick the game back up and try it out again.
Any crumb on his plate here, just getting the max.
I was gonna say there's nothing they could really do in a Season 3 that I think I'd really care about that much, but that's not true.
Took him from the middle of the stage all the way to the wall, kept swinging, and caught him with the check at the end with the bullets.
Hope we can get a release date for Digimon Time Stranger.
Just pepper in some jabs here.
I know Ram was in here earlier saying that there's going to be like a Digimon thing at Anime Expo. I wonder if there's anything
Big scoop up
about Time Stranger there.
A heavy combo here, and again, heat, wall position.
Fuck, I am tired.
Advantage. It is a rough place to be against.
Yep. Also, the threat of the guns, the bullets flying, the movement of Arslan. Blueberries trying to fight back.
When this Summer Games
supposed
to
duck, but unfortunately unable to get a punish.
All right, Blueberries in trouble at the moment. Arslan feeling pretty comfortable.
Okay.
Throwing all the options at Blueberries, and it's like, you're gonna get hit by something. A heat dash, excellent combo. Blueberries fighting back, recovering a lot of that health there, a little bit of that health there.
Okay, the movement, able to get the lightning glare. Arslan in a bad spot here, no rage, but has the life lead and tacks him on with the low.
All right, one round away from knocking Blueberries to the loser's side. He came a long way to be here, or they both did actually. He definitely wants to fight back and maybe take out the game.
Big low gamble there by Arslan. Paid off. Now we see him.
What are you doing if Season 3 is worse? Season 3 of Tekken?
All right, again, similar situation to before. Heat, life.
Like we're due for another Arc System Works fighter. I wonder what the next Arc System game is going to be. It feels like they were pumping shit out left, right, and center after DBFZ. What was the last game they put out, though?
Big shout outs to Blueberries, though. He had some.
Feel bad for the Australians. I'm not gonna lie. The Australian players have been getting their fucking backs blown out in every single one of these matches.
I was about to say 7-time world champion. He's more than that, I believe.
See Afro Moon and Balvin on Night Rain competition? Yeah, I
do. Remember correctly.
Yeah, true.
Security Switch 2. Not only did I secure my Switch 2, I got a second one that I'll be doing a giveaway for on this channel.
Blueberries, he is in the losers bracket now, so.
I saw it, but I haven't tried it for myself yet, man. I wanted to play some today, but I just couldn't get everything else that I needed to get done in time before this started, and this was a priority for me. Fortunately, the demo's not like limited, so I can just play it whenever. It feels like ass. Oh, that's not good.
Yeah, you just gotta keep the confidence regardless. Cause it's like, all right, look.
Did Uni get a Switch too? No, but she'll just use mine, I'm sure.
It's one of those things where you can't feel too bad if you lose, because you know it's really on you to keep it going. Keep it going. Yeah,
true. So we got to keep things going, folks. And if you guys want to know more about the Tekken World Tour, because we're going to keep things going, you can head on over to TekkenWorldTour.com and follow us on the socials. It's at Tekken, at X, and at BN Esports at X as well. And if you want to see the VODs, if you want to see some amazing Asuka matches, courtesy of Bound, head on over to BN Esports on YouTube.
But we will.
Feels like you're moving underwater. Everything is slow and floaty. IEDs or cheeks.
Get a snack, get a
that's
drink.
Not good.
We'll be back with you soon with more.
Yeah, I'll try it out for myself probably tomorrow. I'd like to stream it tomorrow, but we'll see. We'll also be watching this again tomorrow. So it depends on how early I get up, because I'm gonna have to go to the gym. I got some errands to run. Gotta make sure I get a video up. All the usual stuff. You know, I could save myself a lot of time if I started meal prepping, but I don't necessarily have an issue with like meal prepping itself. I just like to eat my food when it's freshly cooked, you know what I mean? Like I don't know. That's my hang up with meal prep. More so than like the things I'd have to make, because like I'm just eating chicken and rice every day anyway, but like can I at least eat it when it's hot? You know what I'm saying? Not reheated. Tomorrow's Eastern Conference games. Oh, true. I didn't even think about that. I want to watch this too, though, because this is going to be a great event. Also, I am so tired. Holy shit. I know I didn't sleep enough last night, and then I kind of ran myself ragged at the gym, but... Oh, fuck. I also have no clue how long this is running for today. We've only been live for an hour and I'm ready to pass out. Oh shit, they're running all the way to top 8 tonight. I didn't realize that. I'm gonna let you know right now, I'm not making it. Because they're doing all of the pools, and pools won't even end until like 3 or 4 in the morning. And then they're gonna take like an hour break, it looks like. And then top 32 starts at 5 a.m. Yeah, nah, maybe I shouldn't have even bothered streaming. Maybe I should have just played Net Impact. And then just like did that for a couple hours and then went to bed. Jesus Christ. It is Saturday morning in Australia. Yeah, I know that, but it's just, I didn't realize they were going that deep all at once.
Nothing amazing happens here. Everything is ordinary.
56 down, forever to go. Hell yeah, thanks, Bun. Deep all at once. What are we talking about? How far in the bracket they're streaming? I'm so tired. I should have planned this better. Maybe I should go to sleep early and wake up at 5 a.m. to watch top 32. And then I can go to the gym after that. And then, I don't know. We'll see. We're going to watch at least the first 2 pools, and then I'll figure it out from there. See my above statement? Nah, I gotta scroll back up. I don't understand why there's no games that move like DBFZ. Strive is slow, Grand Blue has no air dashes, 2x KOs, and no air dashes. I don't know, Van, because like the thing to me, and I understand like this is just my opinion, right? But Dragon Ball FighterZ has like the most fluid, fun, and like best feeling movement of any fighting game I have ever played. The air dashes are like low and quick into the ground and feel incredible, like super jumps and floating, and then like even like you take out super dashing, like movement in Dragon Ball FighterZ, I'm sorry, is better than any other fighting game ever fucking made. I don't care what anybody says. And there's no other game that has come after it that feels anything like it. I don't understand. I don't get it. What ethnicity are you? Racially ambiguous, I guess. Oops, that's the wrong. I'm black and white. Let's put it that way. I'm gonna get some Chinese food. Yeah, go for it. Tomorrow we gym in Little, remember? Yeah, that's... What is that? What's the point? Lotus is Dominican, obviously. I get that a lot. A lot of people do think I am Dominican. I think Marvel 3's movement is a bit too technical for me, so I prefer DBFZ, but I also do think that, yeah, the movement is unmatched, even X-Ray compared to Strive moves like night and day. Like, people glaze Marvel's movement, and Marvel 3 is probably... I don't even know if that's the closest. I don't think Marvel feels as good as DBFZ does, though. Like, it is cool, that some characters have some really unique options, and there's cool shit you can do in Marvel 3, but I don't think it's better than Dragon Ball FighterZ. I'm gonna be honest. I think it feels the best and looks the best.
Welcome back, ladies and gentlemen, to
Hey,
BAM
it's Marginal Bob.
15 Pool A for Tekken 8. I am the ever hydrated brown man, and I'm joined here today by the magnificent Marginal Bob.
What's that about? Ever hydrated. What's going on, everybody? Tekken World Tour 2025. Man, I love the sound of that. Tekken World Tour. I love the fact that it feels like a world tour. A couple weeks ago, where are we? We're in Japan. Then we're in EU. We're in Brussels. Then we're in Combo Breaker in Chicago. Finally, we're back down under here in Melbourne. And coming up next, you got the native son going up against the champ is here, Mogul. Mogul, big win, got his lick back last
damn,
week.
nigga, this is pools. We're getting Mogul versus Yagami already? Damn.
With a second place finish at the Master Plus event to kick everything off at EVO Japan, and a first place finish last week, got his lick back, got the points. That's the big thing. Of course, last weekend at Chicago.
Marvel 3 has two primary problems. One, everyone doesn't move the same, which makes learning character-specific wave dash timings and trials jumps crazy as fuck to learn, and some characters have reduced shitty options. So that's my thing as well, is that while that does add, I guess, more depth or complexity to it, and there's something to be admired with that and respected or whatever, at the same time, like, every character don't move the same, so it's not as cool for every character, you know what I mean? Whereas in Dragon Ball FighterZ, it's just kind of universal. Like, and like, I get it, like, yeah, it makes slow. Should a character like the Hulk move slower and like not jump as high or whatever? You know what I'm saying? Like, I get that, but from a fun standpoint, personally, the way DBZ does it is way better.
Here in pools,
and that's just the way it is. Mogul, #1
So
seed
Kojo was
as
good.
you mentioned, #1 in the Tekken World Tour leaderboard. But he's up against Alcatia, Yagami. We got DNF, Mogul. Both these guys. This is going to be one of the craziest matches.
And I'm thinking too, if he's going up against Yagami in winners, that means Yagami got over Shonen, the June player.
Yes.
So Shonen going to have a chance in losers, obviously, but this is going to be a big match looking ahead to top 32. Let's see what Yagami has in store against this boss character in Claudio running to.
This is the actual
burst
match.
Some stars, I'm gonna burst your guard, clap you up at the wall, girl. Ooh, woo.
This is shameless. Claudio doesn't care.
50% sidestep for it, sidestep for it.
Trying
to in the shins.
Trying to take it back at the moment. Forward 4-2 and the heat smash to take it there to close to the end of the round. Forward need a fly at him.
I can't help but say it every stream, Brown Man. Low heat smashes are cheap, especially on a character like this one. God damn.
They both kind of got him.
Yeah, but I mean, I'm saying like on his package, just because of the way it's wall pressure, dude, that feels cheap as hell. I get mad as hell every time I get hit by that.
Now we've got one layer of the ground broken. We got that grape drink floor.
Oh my God.
Combos.
This is where it gets brutal. You eat a couple sidestep fours, you're like, okay, he's gonna check my legs. Then you eat the mid, you get splattered at the wall. Mogul gonna burn a little bit of heat, his last little bit on the charge attack there.
You checks him, goes to
I'm kind of with you, Squire, but the thing I try to also keep in mind is that just because I don't like something or I find something like weird or clunky or like unintuitive doesn't mean everyone else is going to feel that way, right? Because people have different like interests and play styles and everything. And you know, people also have different tolerances for how like things feel or flow or whatever. So like I agree with you. But I also just try to think about it from other perspectives. Because, like, let's say Nagoriyuki, for example, right? The way he feels in Strive, I just would never play him. Like, even though I think he's a really cool character, just from how he feels to move around as, I would just never play that character. But some people kind of like that. Or they just, even if they don't like the way he moves, they like him as a character enough and are skilled enough or have a high enough tolerance to where, like, that doesn't really bother them so much. And they understand how to use his, you know, his moves for movement and such.
We saw this a few years ago at Evo, right?
You know.
I thought there were rules against this now, to be honest with you. You gotta upgrade. He gotta upgrade to the box if you're gonna do that. You can't be up there.
I don't know. Officials let us slide.
No, we gotta take this to the next level. We need like entire like snuggies. You know what I mean? Like entire blankets.
It's coming just a giant blanket, or just the Udis.
Yo, next time I enter, I'm gonna enter in a ghillie suit. Watch.
I believe you will do that. Yes, I do believe you.
Can't see shit. I'm present.
I should make it a green one so we like key you out. All right, excellent punch down on the back 3-3. All right, again, Morgold, amazing timing at the moment. He's just not letting Yagami breathe and just catching him on the off timings and making it very frustrating where, again, Yagami's now having to back off and try to use bigger moves to try and catch him with a counter hit. Yeah, and the crazy thing, too, is he's burying himself in the space on the stadium here. He's doing corner pressure in neutral.
Nah, it was cool as fuck, but I can't play him.
It's working.
All right, good situation there, but again, nice. Into the heat.
Great use of heat burst and great timing there just to be able to tank through, steal your turn back. Testing with the back three, Blue Moon burst, back it up. Yagami with the counter activation, going mid there.
In my personal opinion, movement is the most important part of a fighting game.
Right,
agreed. But I think you can have strengths and weaknesses in other areas, but to me, ass movement should not be one of them. Yeah, I mean, I also think movement is the most important part, which is why it like often determines the characters I play in games.
No, Rage Art,
that's usually a really big deciding factor for me, right?
You had to slow it down and you had to force Morgan. You had to take the
in games where there is these varying levels of movement between characters, you guys will always notice that I always end up picking like faster characters or characters like with unique movement options.
Oh no, I feel like I'm here in a little league game.
Because I personally cannot fucking stand being slow or clunky in a fighting game. I can't stand it.
But again, I love both of these guys, both good. But yes, obviously Yagami, my number one. But Morgold, not making it hard right now.
I play Kimberly in Street Fighter 6. Obviously, Trunks is my guy. And, you know, movement's universal, but he's a character like with an extra unique movement option with the flips and whatnot. And then like, you know, gravitated toward user Riha and Under Night, or like
trying to take it back 2 rounds. Now he's ahead in the second game. He's
or like even like Raiden in MK1, you know, between the teleport and the Superman shit. And then like I just, you know, being fast and or having like a unique movement option is like something I always value.
Just the mid vendor. Oh my god.
Side step 4, got out of the way. Big electric, catching that timing. Where are you going? He's going to activate that hit, and he's slowly wasting Morgold's timer. And he's stopped using heat a little bit earlier in the round. He's saving it, but that may have cost him. Blue Moon burst, an ever-present threat, especially when
same with me, Van. You know what I mean? Like, you see who I was playing in that game, right? Yoruichi and Soifo. You know what I'm saying? Like,
his game to lose. Yep.
He just needs to take the next round and go even footing. Excellent punish. Excellent. Had a read. He's going to try to challenge after the high. Thought there was going to be hesitation. None in store. Once again, excellent. He's really good at blocking these lows, and he's showing why it's so dangerous to do it against him. But Morgold needs to find something new, and he does. A big launcher on the high.
Holds true south. This is going to be a good return for him, and probably an opportunity to activate as expected. So we're running 2 after. Another down body hit.
He's in pole position to take this round. Can Yagami do anything about it?
The Abare on the axe kick just comes up with the while standing forward. Doesn't care.
Does not care at all.
Speaking of Bleach Rebirth of Souls, anybody still playing that game?
He doesn't want to overcommit because he's scared. He's like, yo, what if something?
It's a shame that it feels like it had some good things going for it, had a little bit of momentum, and then I just kind of radio silence. You know what I mean?
Back won the entire set. That was the first time.
I know at some point it's probably going to get some big update. It's like, look, guys, we have rank mode and like all these other things. Like we made this big balance change, and it'll probably be too little, too late. You know what I mean? Another anime game with potential fumbled.
It's going good, but here we go. The health sweep starting. He needs to make something happen, and that is a risky option, but he needs to do it.
The jab to deny any Sentai follow-up. Activation here on Yagami's side. Running 2 to intercept.
Out of there, doesn't care. You can't stay on the ground. You're not safe in the air. You're not safe on the ground. I don't care where you are. I'm coming for you.
Oh, that's just to burn the dash on the pressure, but the low snap kicks from Morgold. Now my dash pressure. The back threes putting knees on him. 1-1-2 with the send 2 follow-up. Spinaroonie.
He was feeling brave at the end of that one, and the hop kick to scoop him up, and the running 2 to close it.
And I was
out.
bummed because I wanted to play
Excellent
Chad
work
and
there by
Kenpachi, them
Mughal.
niggas slow as fuck.
Unfortunately,
I mean, that was to
moving
be
on to
expected
the
though. I
loser's
think we both like
side.
fast
Let's see
characters. I
what he
like
can
big fast
make,
characters. You like smaller,
make
slender
of
fast
that
characters, so we
and
tend to have
make
similar
of his
complaints.
upcoming matches. But more world number
I played
one
again just for stay
now
fun when all the DLC
for a
characters come
reason.
out. Maybe when Core 4 hype kicks on.
Consistency.
Yeah, if they can line up like updates
that
with
was
like,
the case even
well, I
last
don't know,
year,
we'll
you
see.
know, and debating
I'm still willing to play
even
that game
seven,
some more if some
felt
cool
like that.
updates come out.
I
But
think definitely last year he was turning
you know.
the most heads because he just started dominating around around this time of the year actually.
I would say he started turning more heads.
Ian Abdul's biggest problem was that the movement was ass. Well, I played Swiftmaster,
We're
so
like,
I had
what
zero
Tekken,
complaints
you
about the
know,
movement.
he's always been mad. But then,
But again, you know what I'm saying? Like those are always the
Super
characters I
Tournament
play. You know what I'm saying?
when he took it
Swiftmaster,
over
that
all
nigga
summer,
was
and everyone
schmoving,
like,
boy.
people outside were like,
That
oh,
nigga
what-
was
what- what's up?
schmoving, boy. I was
Because it was
goddamn
like,
out of
first,
me.
second place. And then the next week was like what DreamHack Sweden, if I remember correctly, and it was the same thing but just flip flop. Like they farmed 2 tournaments together basically. But Yagami, like you mentioned, gonna have a chance in losers there at Pool A block.
Damn, Yagami already in
Shonen
losers.
also still waiting in the wings there in losers, but check out who stepped on stage next. This is going to be
Arslan versus CBM.
going
Yo,
against Arslan
like,
Ash. This is probably going to be a winner's
these are like
qualification match
top
for
8
32.
level
Yeah,
matches
you
we're
know
getting
what?
in
I like
pools.
this tournament, man. They're running pools pretty quickly. You know the way I think about it, I'm like.
Also,
yo,
they
we
are
gotta
winning these
earn
pools super
top
fast.
128, top 32, top 16.
Nigga, you know the
I
other
like-
matches in this pool?
You're doing nice work.
We
out
just
here.
had
You got
Mogul
these
versus
kids living the shape,
Yagami,
man.
CBM versus
Shout out to
Arslan. Next is
Dreadtech,
Chikrin versus
Tekken,
Kakoma, and then it's
SFB,
Danielmado
Hugo
versus
all
Jun
running
Dane.
that. Then I
Like,
can't be
dog,
doing that. I'm
these
doing
pools
this,
are
so
death.
I trust Dreadtech, and he gets it done as
And
you
they're
can see.
doing fantastic work, man. I came down, sat here. I'm like, man, we're gonna have to watch 7-8 hours of pool.
They are running this
Man,
shit very quick,
no,
though.
but they kind of
What
We
it's
are
worth.
spoiled in Australia with in multiple
Very
states
efficient.
of very good like pool running and just organization on that perspective.
I like that. People able to follow basic directions and able to write down names on a piece of paper.
It's pretty good, man.
It's not as easy as it sounds. It's not as easy as it sounds, to be honest.
For some reason. But this is man, it's gonna be crazy. CBM Jin.
Nothing.
versus
Yo,
Arslan
Jar, thank you for the
with
41 months. Ready to watch me do that
Everything
second?
is
Hell
right.
yeah.
Let's get it going. You got
Character power was so
Yakushima.
high, but then you run on the
This-
ground. It
this-
feels like
again,
you
this
carried
is
as a
another, like,
semi-tied
grand
through their
final
waist.
top 8
Couldn't relate.
material match, and these guys
Can't
are
relate.
fighting to make it to top 32.
Like you said, a lot of these pools qualification matches on winner's side, a lot of these could easily have been top 8 matches. But right here, this is going to be a tough one, I think, for CBM. He's had trouble getting over Arslan so far this year since Season 2 started. So let's see what different approach that he comes with here.
And he let him know he's willing to let that last hit rip, and CBM did press, got knocked down. Bullets flying. Both have heat. Will CBM stay alive long enough to activate his?
Wow, really made CBM pay for that down 2 attempt, and then ran up in his face, checked his armor with a free launch, dash follow-up for the kill. Arslan Ash.
Very
Yeah, I
strong
played
start.
Dragon Knight
CBM's gonna have to figure some
in
things
the
out there, but
betas.
Arslan's
Dragon Knight
playing
and
his
Ghostblade.
game and
Ghostblade
working
was
out really well
sick.
into the setup.
But Dragon Knight was more my style. But then when the full game came out, and when I saw Swiftmaster's trailer, I mean, if y'all been watching long enough, y'all know. As soon as I seen that nigga's trailer, I was like, that's my main. 100%. And then when I actually got to play him, I was like, yup, I knew it.
And seeing how Arslan reacts. Is he going to try to move? Is he going to try to come up with some kind of punish or armor through? How's he want to play around that? Backdash and try to get out of range?
It's a constant, I'm going to check what you're doing, sidestep, try to go for the launch, see what happens, poke you again, and just frustrate the hell out of you. And as you can see, CBM is just barely having a chance to play his game at all. And Arslan
If
just
Granblue
trying to
had
put a
air
pillow
dashes,
over his
I'd play
face.
it way more.
There it is, slaps him twice.
You gotta play
For the
like
interception.
Landslide or some shit.
He's not letting CBM slow the match down.
Not at all.
He's just like keeping
Or
with that fast
Seox, like I
pace.
do.
And he's willing to chase him down.
Like that was about as much range as he's gotten this entire game so far.
I thought about it. Oh,
Every
God.
low check. Oh my God! Every low check lost anyone.
He's playing that rubber band game. It's like, if you go over there, I'm going to follow you.
And
You're
again-
not going out of my sight.
What's with the Arslan hate? Who's hating on Arslan?
I think that's the most time we didn't have engagement.
Yeah. But even then, he had to. Yep. He scared CBM off of it. 2 rounds, 2 reversal attempts, and both were successful. And just like that,
Slow
easy
work.
conversion for Arslan Ash to go into game 2 with advantage.
It's looking really good. That's the thing, when you're a player on the opposing side of what Arslan's inflicting right now, what do you do as a player? You need to figure out so many things so quickly. If you already didn't plan for him already and just have an answer, your mind is racing at the moment. But ultimately, you have to find something. You don't have much time. You got to get it going. So let's see what CBM has cooked up in that great mind of his.
It's like every time I root for CBM, he loses, so I'm gonna do the
As
opposite.
you've seen the stage, you got the alpaca.
I mean, to
around.
be fair, he's up against like one of the goats.
Okay. Now he's taking a bit more risk. This could be CBM's chance. He's trying to make it happen, but Arslan threading the needle gets that counter hit.
Great
Very
step
nice.
from CBM. Finds the launch as well. And going to be able to align for the balcony break here.
Looking good. But not Rock. Oh, Rock's that heat.
Can't
Spikes
believe
him
they
down.
gave him the shit.
Getting it near the wall. Good position. And again, this is the best chance he's had so far.
Yeah, and just like that, medium line destruction, able to get his pick up here at the wall. Could not finish off of that sequence, but the jab low string able to close out for CBM. Okay, signs of life here.
He's feeling it.
Got a pulse. Poking with down 4-1s, jab strings. Trying to, again, get into the grill when Arslan makes that counterclockwise step.
It's a matter of getting those heavier hits in to just take that momentum back, take that advantage back. But Arslan just death by 1,000 cuts at the
Poking
moment.
away with jabs, down 4-1s, sidestep 1s, fishing for any kind of pressure string. Caught CBM trying to swing there, counter hit, splat at the wall, activation, and just like that, the stiletto heel then work the mids. Arslan Ash right back in
He
there.
knows exactly when you're getting antsy, and he will throw out that string ender, that counter hit bait, and you're going to get hit.
Glad you said that. That's something that always sticks out about him with me is like he's very good at sensing like player frustration almost.
Oh, that drop.
Oh, shot him in the back. No honor on this lady. Coming in with the slide. Arslan Ash, pressure at the wall. Fish with the homing attacks here, trying to seal CBM step as much as possible. Stiletto heel, able to score low.
Incredible
Hold true
duck.
south on the high. And CBM, you're in trouble here. Get spin, activation.
Eat burst.
See the wall. There we go.
Wall
Sun
break.
shots just to make him talk to the ancestors. Back to back, trying to go coast to coast.
And excellent. He's like, you tried something, it wasn't good. That was...
Arslan's reaction is
he
too
knew-
on point,
he knew.
man.
I've got him here. What else is he going to do about it?
Arslan,
Yo, what's good, Lotus? Haven't tapped in a while. Well, I'm doing great. Hope you're even better, man.
Again, he felt he was going to let it rip there,
Just
but
tired
CBM
as hell as
ahead
well.
of it that time. Again, back. He's
I
back on
gotta
the
stay
back
awake
foot
for
at
at
the
least a couple more hours though, because if I go to sleep right now, I'm gonna just
That
wake
one
up
round
at
was like a flickering
like
light,
3
and
a.m.,
Arslan
which
was
might
trying
not
to
be
put
a
it out.
bad thing if I want to
Pushing
watch
that
Top
counter again,
82.
Out
But
of range, pushback, and
Spacing
keeps
on,
him up.
spacing on the previous string put him out of range.
He's so good at managing so many aspects of the gameplay, and he's dominating it.
Not just Z-axis, but even like X-axis especially. Spacing. Ooh, the jab to deny the struggle, and just like that, stiletto heel at the wall. Fast set there. Arslan
Well played,
Ash firing
Arslan.
on all cylinders here. CBM gonna
I'll
have
be
a
right
shot
back.
here in the A bracket on loser's side. So I believe if CBM fought Arslan there, that means there's quite a few sharks swimming around. A few local guys. You know a lot about these folks out here. But CBM gonna be on loser's side there, have a shot. But we're getting kind of cruising our way through this A pool.
Yeah, it's good. Very efficient. Everyone seems to having a good time. Just getting fire matches. I mean, the most dangerous thing here is just who's your next opponent.
Yeah, I would say Tekken players, y'all are pretty spoiled right now, man. It feels like every weekend y'all have had something to watch for the past
100%.
man, like
Or
five
two,
weekends of the past 6. You know, y'all have had some crazy stuff to watch every it feels like every weekend.
It's a good time. Like, you know, there's so much support around the world. The communities are really coming together and making amazing events happen. And obviously, Bandai's
Nothing
putting on some
amazing
great events. We've got
happens
master events. We've got EWC.
Everything is ordinary.
We've got invitations. It's crazy.
I mean, you're talking about Master Plus and Master. I'm talking about. I mean, you should be talking about this. The challengers, bro.
Oh yes, the challenges are good. The challenges are really around the world. We've got so much representation, and I think we're going to see. I was talking about it before. More recently, we're going to see a lot more diversity in players that come to those challenges. Maybe they can't go to a master event. Maybe they can't go to a Masters Plus. They're going to start bopping people at challenges. People are going to start turning their heads. Maybe some teams are like, "Yo, we need that guy."
The way the calendar works, especially, is like once we get into summer months, that's when it feels like you're gonna hit a period where there's like a challenger every other weekend or every weekend. They added a lot more to the event pool this year compared to, I would say, last year. At least it feels that way to me. But it's kind of crazy actually. Like, it feels like a world tour. That's my favorite thing about this event is the fact that it's not a world tour name. It actually feels that way. The fact that you see people out there having to get on the road in various regions like that aren't necessarily able to get out to every Master Plus event necessarily, but they can
representation.
They can make it happen on the road.
It's that second half of the post-EWC, from September, October, November. The amount of events there are, Challenger, Masters, and obviously people are going to start really grinding on those dojos as well to get those local points to add to their world or their regional qualifying numbers.
Yeah, it's funny because the dojo cutoff date happens like around October-ish, right? But if you look at the numbers, what happened last year was the point cutoff for the top 20 to make it into the final was around 1310, around 1,310 points. I think as a competitor, you can't really feel good until you cross that 1,000 barrier, right? And obviously, we're only like 5 weeks into this thing. It's mad early. But you have to be thinking, you want to try to get 1,000
All right, I'm back. True Delusions, thank you for the 9 months.
September.
Greatly appreciate it.
If you can.
You got
Because
Jun
then
Ding
that's
versus
when it feels like
Danielmado.
towards the end, you just start to see a pile-on in terms of dojo events, and they all start stacking up. They pop up typically like that last 6 or 7 weeks. There's like a 96 dojo. It feels like in every region, every other weekend.
They're coming together. They want their guys to really go further.
Yeah.
And the other thing is, not only, obviously inherently we have more events, which means more points, but then we also have another Masters Plus. And the amount of Masters Plus points that can be
forgot about
distributed-
that. Yeah, you're right.
Yeah, it's crazy. So I don't even know if 1,000 is safe anymore. With the amount of distribution, depending on how performances go, it may not stack up to just one or few people.
Well, you know, you are capped in terms of how many points you can stack.
That's true.
But like to your point though, it depends on the results, right? So if we have players that are already in this
No
pool
YouTube
that have
stream.
already farmed,
So
like
I
me and
wanted
Volgo, we're
to,
sitting at well
but I
over
have a
1,000 points at
theory
this point.
that if you
What if they
start a
win that
YouTube
event?
stream
Now
too
that
soon
point-
after you
that point
publish a
bar,
YouTube
it
video,
doesn't raise,
like it
drops
kills
a
your
little bit, you know?
YouTube video.
So it depends on who
And I
farms the
posted a video
points
right
in
before I
some
went
of these
live,
events.
so I
that's why the
didn't. But
results
tomorrow
definitely matter a lot,
I'll
where if you're
try to
having
have my
these guys
video up
hogging
much
the points,
sooner,
they're taking them,
so that way
they
I
can't even
can
use them
multi-stream
anymore,
on
but
YouTube
it
as
means
well.
you don't get them.
And that's but I
And I
kinda
already
like
expect
that
the
too,
video that I
because
posted today to
part
do
of the
pretty
hype
poorly
about
as
the
it
race
is, so I
every
was
year,
like,
you know,
let me
I'm a
not
mad
try
nerd,
to,
so like I get hyped to this
let me
stuff.
not bring
I
it
like
down
that
even further
postseason sports
by
kind of feel, where
streaming
it's like the race
right
to,
after
race
it
to the
goes
postseason,
live.
you know? And the way it works is when those guys farm really hard, it makes the line cutoff fight between sometimes it can, I mean, last year there were 12 players that were within like 200 points of each other. So it's like one dojo tournament made the difference between you qualifying and not. In some cases, 10 points separate.
Those 10 points differences, it's crazy.
Go
That could
look
be the difference of going to finals or staying at home and watching.
Literally go look at the leaderboard from last year. It's kind of crazy. There was like 12 players that were like right there fighting with each other. But I like that. I like it when it comes down to the very end like that. And it's not even necessarily about who won this tournament, who got 9th place, who got top 16. You didn't finish. You didn't fight to the very end. You lost yourself 10 points. You cost yourself an opportunity because of that.
Could be your career. That could have set you up forever. You don't know. But here we go.
Danielmado going up against John Ding here at this pool. This is going to be a winner's qualifier spot for top 32 as well on the A block. This is down south on that A pool.
And so we do have a Vitality, Jun Ding
Yo,
versus
BCX, what's
Falcons,
good, man?
Danielmado.
BAM has been pretty good
look
so
at you
far.
with the
They're
team callouts.
running
Look at you.
pools
Doing
pretty quickly and efficiently, I would say.
That's low.
At least this first pool went by very
Going
quick.
in, got
Some
that heat.
crazy matches already happening.
All right, activating heat of his own.
Have you
They're
been enjoying
both
your DS
in a heat
gaming?
struggle at the
Bro,
moment.
I'm on my 3DS
Oh,
every
that
single
long
day.
beach. Went for
This
the
is one of
swing,
my
Danielmado
favorite
not
investments
having
ever.
it, Went flying.
Definitely
He
my
knows
favorite
what he wants.
purchase in
These gym
recent
players,
memory.
man. Half the time they're in the air.
John Ding throwing those hips though, swinging that cannon.
Going for that wind hook fist. Nice duck. He went for that launch, but those strings hard and fast. You get clipped.
And that might cost Daniel. He's going to get the wall break here. Likely going to get the... No, never mind. But the homing attack into the low. John Ding able to steal the, able to steal the round. Homing lows, man. We gotten quite a few of them this season.
Yeah. It's big utility, big options. All right, taking him to the wall. Flips him over. Trying to keep aggressive.
Masa, what's
not
good,
letting
homie?
him breathe. Again, triple rockets got that. He wants to use the heat before it ends. Use
You
the
love
heat
Pokemon
dash on
Conquest?
the hip bump.
Never played
Great
that one. I
step
heard
from
about it.
Daniel.
Though.
Comes around right side. That lift uppercut. Just like that. The hook kick. But again, John Ding just burying himself in that range 0.
Ooh, okay, Daniel. That's a Daniel special right
All
there.
out on the Headless Horseman. Put your hands up. He said freeze.
It's funny because the next Fire Emblem game I'm playing is Fire Emblem
Ooh, the
Conquest.
lows.
Back to the wall, struggling, and he's chipping away. He's trying to melt those ankles. But what we're seeing a lot from Jun Ding, and I guess it's part of the utility moves, he's doing the 2-hit string into the homing low because he knows he's trying to step duck. He's trying to lock him down, and he's doing a great job. Well, we did see Daniel bring that one back. While standing 1-2, that string goes crazy. Get debuffed, covered in the grape juice.
Oof. Got debuffed and then got, of course, full crouch mixed for the launch for the
That effect didn't even come into play. He was eating all that. All right. Jun Ding tried to wait for Danielmado to come in. Did have an attempt. Big hop kick call out, not letting him get into stance. Big strong aerial tailspin. Wall's already broken there. Keeps it going. Swipes at the ankles for the heat activation.
then swinging with everything, man. Headless Horseman on point, lows on point, stepping into everything, man.
That and a low to start the offense is so strong. On hit, you do not want to be on the receiving end. So many options.
Thinking about doing more
pressure
art shit
will
before I go
keep
back
you
to sleep.
The reward on
Sure.
counter hit too.
Oh yes.
With this in Evo Japan, do you think
that
this game is still
follow-up.
very character biased, or do you think it's going
Stands
to equalize a
pressure
bit more
on
towards
hit,
skill sets?
the reward on counter hit that you get as well, being able to confirm into an engager if you need to.
If you're asking, is there more
Now, we
character
got a bit
variety
more of
after
an
the
open
recent
state.
patches as
Did
opposed
see
to being a million
decent amount of
Dragonals
action take place
or,
at the wall, and there was a lot
you
of
know, a
pressure
bunch of
there.
niggas playing
But
Lars?
We're gonna see a bit more.
I
of
would
an
say
open
that
stage
it
to
still
see what
always
they got.
had a decent amount of variety, but yeah, it does seem like there's even more.
Immediately, Daniel letting him know what time it is, checking you low. all
Historically,
day this
Tekken is a
round.
game where
Also, my engager out of
a lot of the
medium
top
line
players tended to
destruction.
be character
Fuzzy
specialists,
there went for the low.
and it's only really in 7
Excellent
and then
punish.
even now in
Stop, wake
8 where
up.
you see people jump around a lot.
And the heat smash. All right,
Usually
so
when
he needs to
people
close
pick a
this
character,
one
they
out
kinda stick
and
to
get
it.
on the board. Excellent punch there from
No
Johnny. We
matter
saw that
what.
coming. Gets the
But,
debuff. Trying to chip away now at his health bar.
It's a bit different these days.
Ooh, that's heavy. That's heavy.
Comes with the full crouch mid here. With the
Where did his health go? Ooh, scooped up at standing status.
A walk around from Danielmado though to save the round.
You still see a lot of Jin.
All right, going for that snap kick to the head. Nobody.
But the
home.
niggas
Big
who play
optic,
Jin
and he's willing to call those out. And
always
they are
play
worth-
Jin.
Most people would not be
Danielmado,
willing to do that. He's finding
CBM.
good success with it.
Raw F. You know what I mean?
Sends him down. Tries to step on him. Rolls out of the way.
Counter hit confirm into the hip toss here.
We're seeing some Anna, but she just came out, and it's really just Jun Ding and Atif
Okay,
right
absorb
now.
some of that. Trying to take some
Actually,
back
Shadow.
in.
Shadow's playing her as
Really
well.
even on heat.
Eating a lot of chip damage and then the full crouch mix.
But other than that,
Sending
and
him to
Brian,
open
I
face to
guess.
the
But
wall.
again, Nee has
We
always
made
played
it.
Brian.
And
Low has been playing
oh
Brian
my
for a
gosh,
while
the
now as
rocket's
well.
popping. And just like that,
Then you
John
have
Ding takes that
Bilal,
second round.
Pakistan, but
All right, looking good. In 2 more rounds, he's got the set. Danielmado, again, these hop kicks be hidden. It's like borderline.
I don't really
unblockable.
think there's any
Amazing
characters that,
timing,
like,
but again, it's still not
jumped
enough
up a
to
shit
end
ton
these
in
rounds.
character
He's gonna
usage,
keep having
but
to
there are
take
definitely
these
some
in.
that
Timing and
fell.
press, Yomi. Especially
Lars
in some
was seeing an
situations,
uptick,
John Ding's pressure, too.
but then they kind of toned him back down a little bit, so you're not seeing it as
Nice
much.
Nice chunks of damage this character gets off of some hits.
Again, good situation. He tried to step out and he got checked for it afterwards.
Oh, hit the reward, man. Even on block, you better put your hands up. You don't want to block this stuff, man.
Nice heat dash. This could be a saving grace for him. He recovering a lot of health. About to be
Oscar
back
and
on
June.
full on what he can
You don't
be.
really see much of them.
Pre-tornado, barely got the wall.
Savage sword ender.
Savage sword ender.
And the
No
down back.
low. Nice.
Oh man, he's got the momentum at the moment, but again, he's still in the game deficit. Excellent parry, yo. I think he's figured some things out here. Can he keep it up? John Ding though, he's gonna do some work to make some changes, but right now Danielmado looking really good. Looking for those swipes, trying to, again, Daniel is stepping less than before. As you can see, in the distance now, he's stepping, ducking more, but at close range, he does not want John Ding to have those options. There he goes. Oh, nice hard walk there. Good commitment. That could have cost him, but he believed. Looking good. Activates that heat.
Yeah, the only June players I can think
Wasn't
of
able
are
to complete
Kita
his
and
goal there,
there's
but chip damage out the wazoo.
a Pakistan
It's building
player.
up,
What's
and
his
we saw what
name?
happened before when he did this. It did end up nearly taking the round.
Oh
If
man,
there
what's his
wasn't a side
name?
switch.
I always
So
forget his
when landed the
name.
hit either activate through the off. Oh
It's
my
like
God,
that's good, that's good.
Usama,
And one
Obama.
game
It's
of
something
peace.
along those
Danielmado.
lines.
Big comeback there.
Big comeback though. I mean, 2 or 3 of those rounds were really close,
So,
man. That
chat,
was
one of
a
y'all gotta
couple
know.
interactions away, but yeah, some key steps in particular.
I
Key
can't remember.
side
I
step,
always forget bro's
key
name. I don't know
interruptions in
why.
a few situations.
I guess
He
it's because I don't really
had
see him at
good
too many
call-outs, like
events,
you
so his
said.
name just never really
But
like
it
sticks
also
for
has
me.
to stick in John Ding's mind too. You can't let
But
some
yeah,
of
it's
these
him
mid-highs,
and
mid-strings
Kita
rock
Kita,
as
who are like
easy
not like
because of
very regular
threat, of
faces you
course, being
see
able to get walked, but also
at like
parries.
top 8 majors. And
Daniel
then as
put
far
on
as
the table
Oscar
enough where he
goes,
has to
it's
worry about it.
Fergus and King
And
Ray.
he's shown he's willing to do it. And on a lot of these situations where he's trying to stop him walking, Daniel's like, I'm not going to do that. I'm going to find new places to do it, but I'm not going to do it. Because if he doesn't walk, he's just going to have to eat that 50-50.
Or he'll guard and then call out the next big gap with the hop kick. He's been having a lot of good success doing
But
that.
how many times can you do that, right?
Yeah. In a first, you know, if there was 2 games like that, that's fine. But like now it's game 3.
It's the first one. And Daniel continuing that momentum.
Samu
he's got.
Bashi.
It's looking
There
really
you go.
good.
I knew I
Kicks
was
in mid-range,
close.
too. They've been like excellent closers.
I couldn't quite remember.
All right,
But yeah, he plays
excellent
June.
parry into side
He's
step.
probably the best
Gets
June
the
player.
down back 3 high knockdown.
Counter hit while standing 3 though. Nice,
Right.
goes in the hammer.
He's putting it all on the table.
Bazooka stance, it goes low.
I won't lie, I had to
Oh
look
my
it up
God,
as well.
the
Yeah, I
pressure
guess I
from
could have done
John
that.
Ding. just
But
ran all over Daniel.
he's probably the best June player.
Oh, yo, this is DLC. I got some stuff, actually. Okay, goes to the 1+2. Good break. Nice fuzzy under the electric. Tried to parry that, but break anyway. Yep. Knocks him back.
Looking for any kind of momentum chance here. Goes mid. Daniel in trouble here at the wall.
Nice. You got to be a little bit of health, recover a little bit. Still, Junding does have the upper hand in the round. Maybe Daniel can make something happen. Both still have heat to spend.
Yeah, but it's like he doesn't get that much health back. He doesn't have that much health to get
exactly.
back.
He didn't even get the full amount up, but he's back to normal. Lets it rip. What a call out. What a risk, but it paid off. Let's see if he can finish it up here.
Now things change.
For that counter hit. Sneaky low. Oh, the bot. He hesitated. That might cost him the set. Oh, man.
That is set point. Daniel.
Now, we do have some stage shenanigans here. Let's see what kind of floor explosions these guys are going to take up.
That's my fault. Let me turn on streamer mode.
Clipped. Takes it. He knows Junding's. He's worried. He's hesitating. He's maybe not on his own reflexes as usual. Let it
Have you played any Tekken since that session you uploaded a few weeks ago?
Junding breaks it.
That wasn't a few weeks ago, was it? Has it already been that long? That was just a few days ago, right?
Lets it go. He's like, yeah, I'm going to use my resource. What are you going to do about it? You got barely any health anyway.
It was a week ago.
But Junding fighting back, big damage.
But the answer is yeah. I played the day before yesterday and I recorded another video that I just haven't posted yet.
Crouch mid gets interrupted. Daniel.
And the low to close it out. Okay. Final game.
Final round.
Set point here. Junding versus Danielmado.
Let's go, Junding. I don't like Anna, but I fuck with Junding.
Big attacks and lows so far. The mix from Junding.
Oh, Junding switched back on.
Have you been playing Pocket? Not as much recently.
He does not want to block this round.
That might be the best option.
Just swarm.
It's like whatever it takes. Risk, high risk, low risk, whatever. If it's gotta take half my health, and it might.
Medium line destruction. Step in mid engager. Counter activation from Junding. Great walk around to the left.
Nice parry. Ain't no way. No way. No way. All right, I don't want to say anything. I'm just going to wait for it.
She's not dead, right? I forgot about the fucking guarantee.
Junding in one of the most impressive sequences I've seen in quite some time.
The last 10 seconds of that round were crazy. Daniel was firing on all cylinders, like you call it. Man, the consistent walks, the consistent show. He consistently showed Junding, yo, I have parry on deck. I will hurt you for this. My walks are on point, and he took complete advantage of what a back shot at the end. Oh my God.
Yo, Spectre Phantom, thank you for 3 months. I greatly appreciate it.
I don't know how he saw that coming, but they're pretty strong. That's.
I mean, sometimes you're just playing good that weekend.
Yeah, he's feeling it. That was so great because he didn't just parry and walk. He knew that the rest of the string was going to come out. He kept going. And went for maximum punish. That could have gone wrong, and in that situation, that could have cost him. And he could have gone and have to sit over there. But, man, I want to see those clips later. You guys make sure you clip that, put it on Twitter. Do tag me. I'm curious to see it again.
Coming up on stage, this is going to be Kokuma versus Chikarin. So now we're kind of rounding out the top, I think, a Pool A, right? So you got Mogold on winner's side. You got Arslan.
We want to see these rock, paper, scissors real quick. This is intense.
Danielmado on bottom side. This is in the... Yeah, this is likely going to have to face Danielmado in winner's side of top 32.
Now,
I remember when Chikarin was a Jin player. Pepperidge Farms members.
If this is Kokuma and Chikarin, that means your boy Mayor McCheese. What happened to him?
Who's he playing today? Lily?
What?
Clive?
McCheese,
Yo, True Delusions, thank you for the gift sub, man. I greatly appreciate it.
What? There's world-class players in Australia, man.
There is.
I'm tired of hearing the down.
What do you want downplay?
I'm tired of hearing the down.
I'm #1 advocate. Nah, but I'm curious to see that score because I wouldn't be surprised if that's a 2-1. You know, maybe it was a hard fight. But Kokoma, he came from 9th place at Combo Break. If he had made one more win, he would be in EWC right now.
Well, I mean, it's funny you say that, too, with the way that the tickets break down now and with who currently has them.
Yep.
To me, if you're a player and you're playing in these, it's reminiscent of last year in some rare scenarios, too, where you got to just
Kokoma's most likely going to play Fang.
And play until the end.
But
you cannot get crestfallen if you go
100%.
Just because of the
Chikarin
way
is either going to be Clive or Lily.
Down,
most likely
all
Clive.
Players who are all ticket holders in that top 8 or in top 4 or whatever, those get passed down.
That's right.
And so we witness some situations this weekend where we might have to witness.
If you make top 16, you might be making it.
The point is, if you get to a certain point in the bracket, you got to play through. You can't.
Oh, 100%. You got, that's regardless. That should just be a general mentality people have,
Obviously,
regardless of what it is. You need to keep going.
But even more so because of what's at stake.
Yeah. 100%. I don't disagree at all. But we have Clive versus Feng, I want to say. He's been rocking Feng for quite some time.
Yeah, and Chikarin right now, his shell has been basically Lily Clive.
Smelling salty,
like
yeah,
he's putting
basically.
Clive out front. Usually he'll run Lily out in front and then go to Clive in the clutch. But
I've seen Clive out at the front a bit more the last little while. Yeah,
that might be true.
Could be matchup based, and it just so happens to be, but that he's wanting the Clive on those. But right now, Clive Feng, this is going to be interesting.
But also, you talk about Kokoma getting 9th place. I mean, you know who else got 9th place? Chikarin.
He was as well. Oh, so they were both. Oh man, this is okay. So they both fight. As most of us here, we're fighting for the same thing, but these guys are a lot closer than we think.
Yeah, I want to say combo. He lost to Rain Shoes and top 16. Somebody correct me on that. But yeah, that's pretty much what we're looking at here.
Right. I think he actually uses Tiger
Right,
Bomb.
we got the arena stage.
If I'm not mistaken.
It's crazy. We're seeing this in pools, man. I don't know what's going on.
Somebody did an excellent job of curating this bracket. I'll say that. It's looking good. It's looking good.
They did. Shout outs to them. All right, let's get it going.
Clive versus Fang. Look for Chikarin to try to establish some full crouch mix, getting his grill, making him uncomfortable, but Kokoma kind of taking it to him early on here.
And both of these guys do have a lot of new tools. We're going to see them for sure, put them on display today. Excellent back tempo, but just out of range. It was just missing by a hair.
There you go, the full crouch.
That's a new one.
Low swipe.
All right, checking in with the back four. Now you got to worry about Feng's gameplay now with the back four. The fish hook has these extensions that you really need. Wow, that was crazy.
Looked like he was snorting sour candy. I catch a nigga snorting sour candy, I'm calling the cops.
Precise micro step too.
That nigga needs to be arrested.
Amazing.
It didn't even look like he stepped out of
It just looked like he missed for no reason, but he was just off axis. Amazing.
When are we gonna start seeing pre-workout at tournaments? I'm pretty sure there's people who already take pre-workout before a tournament.
To try and cover a lot of Feng's options, but even then, he's getting clipped by.
Van, if you find out the answer to that, let me know, dog.
Yeah, looking to try to just swing from that far range like that with either back two, those big high sword swings, or come in with Phoenix stance like that. But Kokoma so far has had all the answers.
He's doing, and he's got a lot of heat to spend, and Chikarin's back to the wall. Nice orbital. That was a big call out. It worked perfectly. Otherwise, I think back to the wall, that might have cost him the round.
Yeah, the thing is, like at that angle though, the wall interrupted, so he didn't get max return out of it. That's a high damage combo starter.
Oh, didn't get the full combo he's looking for, but still prime position, and it uses that second hit for I think for the first time.
Using some of the, again, just heat buff strings that Clive gets in rage here. Plus Rain goes with the full crouch low. Great step to the left side, gets the wall hit, and the tornado.
5 seconds left. What are you going to do about it? This cutscene might just take it to the end of it. What are you going to do?
That's so cheap.
All right, there we go. Time
That's so cheap.
Good choice of move, because he probably knew this is a longer animation. I should be able to just close it out with
it seals the round.
Yep. All right, trying to check him.
The Abare after the down one.
Oh, I respect the attempt, but again, Chikarin was ready.
Unfortunate. He's ulti ready. Comes up with a big launcher.
Would it be cheating to take like
cut him up now.
Ooh,
what's it called?
That's gonna hurt. Immediate tailspin. Goes for the heat dash, trying to close this one out. Very close. One more big hit.
Oh, what's the shit some of the niggas I used to know in high school were taking
interactions after
for
the down
exams and
He's
shit?
been doing a good job of mixing up post hit. What
it like helps you focus.
Like
a medication that like helps. It's just the lock-in pill, bro. What's this shit called?
For, a round and a half or so. But now Chikarin just taking that back, and Kokoma's on the back foot.
You called it earlier too. Watch Chikarin's movement, especially at like range 2. He's poking with the
college
same,
students use it sometimes to like help them study and shit. Niggas I knew in high school was taking it too, to be honest. I know what this shit is called. I can't remember right now.
Oh, it's gonna hurt.
Someone's probably said it in chat by now.
Yep,
Adderall. There you go.
Spike. 2 rounds apiece. Kokoma bringing it.
Would it be cheating to take Adderall at a tournament? You think?
Again, starts off with a side step duck.
A step left duck.
Yo, Solo Frosty, thank you for the 50 months. 55 months. Really appreciate it.
Paying off. And he caught him in the back. Kicks him in the spine like a YouTube chiropractor.
Ritalin is the shit that they give niggas who have like ADHD and shit. And niggas who hyper as fuck.
Chase him down and nice step.
I guess you could also use Adderall for that, but
the low timing in the walk around to get the back.
No, not Xanax, my nigga. Niggas was not popping Xans to help him study. That's not.
Has been quite good and has gotten him a lot of rewards.
Yeah, it came on really, really strong, and especially like towards the end of round 4, but especially here in that round 5.
100%. Oh, he needs a pick me up. Will he offer some to his good friend Chikarin? You can see the future. Okay, that's a rebel hanger here.
I feel like if you're taking performance enhancing shit in any scenario, it should be banned.
Got some explosions, got some balcony breaks.
I don't necessarily disagree. I just feel like that's. I doubt there's any rule about it, and I wonder if anyone does it.
Interrupt the 1+2. Here we go. Engage on Kokoma's side.
Now it looks like this time.
Also, what if
like,
you
right,
genuinely have
let me come to
ADHD?
me. I'm gonna play the keep
You
out
know
and
what I
see
mean?
what kind of things you're willing to risk.
And you are like
bleed.
legitimately
And again,
prescribed
that keep out, impeccable.
Adderall or
Healthily,
something.
like you said, he knows that Chikarin feels the pressure to advance and be able to get a start offense, and he picked him apart every single time he tried to approach. Phoenix stands. It felt like, what, at least 2 times were checked for big reward. Down 1-1.
I feel comfortable with FUC events needing a note from my doctor for my meds.
Again, he's just backing away. Come to me.
Understandably
And
so.
The Feng tracking is good, regardless of how much you step. If Kokoma's realigning and using those moves with the good tracking, it's not going to matter.
Yeah, it's a conjunction of him realigning, but then also just good timing.
There is a top player
Nice. Okay.
who I will
So
not
that replay
name in
from
case
before
I'm
gets a
incorrect and
probably a hefty combo
misremembering.
this time,
But
still
I remember
in
a
trouble.
tweet from a
Sideball
player
again. It's
who openly
situations
admitted
as the
that
first round
they
went
like have taken
uses up that heat,
or
trying to finish
take
right. He really
Adderall
wants to close that.
sometimes
Kokoma can feel it.
at
Banging on
events like
4-2s,
before,
just banging on
you know,
4-2s.
tournaments or
Finally,
like
the low
matches
able
or
to shave
whatever.
just the last little bit off of Kokoma's HP nearing the
And I didn't really like
Chikarin
think it was an issue or a problem. I don't remember like what people thought or what their opinions were on that, but I'm pretty sure I remember that happening
Now,
once.
Kokoma stepping left this time. I think in the range 0 area. He's trying to go that way, but Chikarin has the heat back for Fischl coming at him.
I feel you,
the
Colin.
back 2 cut here. Trying to get as much real estate as possible. Gets the wall. Staff
That's a
ender.
fair point, Van.
Running 2. Wow. Lock and punish on the sweep.
That was the first time we saw it.
Excellent defensive read. Activation. Kokoma now with momentum here, even though it's even on health. Outstanding 2, and just like that, Chikarin right back at you, trying to cool him down here. But the terrible
Oh,
drop.
that could have been so
And
much
he
worse.
saves the heat as well. I
Chikarin.
don't need to use this. I'm not going to get a combo, but uses it there. Back to the wall. So much wide health.
The Fischl kick.
Do it again.
Oh,
Wait,
but the
it's not gonna
rage
kill.
art.
Yeah, it's not going to kill you. But there we go. Chikarin getting back on the board. He's clawing it back. No pun intended. I mean, he's got a claw. He's clawing it back, but it's still looking at it could end at any moment, right? It's one of those. But he could take it back. If he could even this out, he might feel a lot more confident to take out the final game. Oh, excellent with punish.
Yeah, this time Chikarin with the sidestep attack, able to get engagement here. The question is, how can he get the most return out of it? Great sidestep here. Finds his launch. Doesn't really have to burn any either. Likely going to try to burn it on the pressure after.
One thing I did notice is Kokoma is
Low, but it trades in his favor.
back to the wall. It's rough. He's getting out of there. That might have saved him.
Look how that wrapped around too. That was good usage of that heat. And
Wow.
He's 3 on the low.
Oh, he's 3 for 3. How does he know? How
Yo,
does he know?
he's got like a sixth sense for that
That's
shit
crazy.
right now. All right, Chikarin ties things up when you a
A
piece.
little more of a fragrance there, yeah.
Although this shit ain't regulated enough to have any
notice,
enforceable standards, there's a
Kokoma,
reason
there'll be
FIFA and
periods of time where
FIBA
Kokoma will
and other
just
bodies like
jab,
that exist
delay,
because that shit is
jab,
open
and just see
bracket,
what
which is
Chikarin
one of the
does.
beauties of
Chikarin,
fighting games. It
he
makes it
waits,
to where
'cause
regulation is
he
way
doesn't want to
harder.
take too much risk, doesn't want to get counter hit because he knows Kokoma is willing to do it. But what I've noticed, and maybe what we might see is he's going to do jab, jab, push him back. Each time that happened, Chikarin waited longer each time.
I was about to say, like, he'll wait. He knows what he wants to do next. He's like
Kokoma
already
be huffing the
pre-committed in
fuck
some,
out that
some,
shit too,
some
boy.
situations you can tell, but he's
Hey,
intentionally
but we've seen
delaying
fighting game players
that
employ
follow-up
all
just
sorts of
because
different strategies and
where
stuff,
we
whether
are
that's
in the set
smelling
now.
salts,
He's trying to
speed
adjust his
reading
timing
before a
and delay
match,
it just a
special
small
eye
inch
drops.
further. And in
You know
that
what I'm
situation,
saying?
it's
We've
like
seen
it
all
paid
different
off a
types of
couple
like
times in that
strats and
last
like
round.
What I think potentially Chikarin might do,
like
he might try to
external,
subvert that
I
expectation
guess,
as well, and just button immediately.
not medications. You know what I mean? Like
Go back to the
Yeah,
immediate
if he
people
said
using
that,
some
and
sort
it might
of,
catch Kokoma. He might save it for the end. Let's see.
Right now, Kokoma, though, cooking
Give
here.
me-
Working
I'm
the
too
fish,
tired for this,
working the
man. I can't
lows,
think of my
the
words.
shoulders.
Remedies, not quite the word I'm looking for, but closer. You know what I'm saying? But all sorts of things like that to try to get them. Just a stimuli is a better word. Yeah, all sorts of like outside stimuli to like try to, you know,
Running at him, he's like, I'm gonna suffocate you right now. I need to make this
give them an
end."
edge in a match
Although
and
he had the heat,
whatnot.
that's free. That's for free.
You can't tell me that container doesn't look like some generic sour candy. I'm not saying you're wrong. I'm just saying that's
Again,
hilarious.
he hasn't used that all set. He's throwing out some new tools here.
Because like imagine a nigga just snorting sour candy
waiting
before
once again,
matches.
shimmying there, changing that timing. at a surgical level, these timings are making a huge
punish,
difference.
yeah. Aaron 2 swing there. Went with the 2-1. The down ones, the while standing 4 mix right now.
Chat.
Working out big time for
Which
Chicory.
mains of a character are the most likely to snort sour candy?
Phoenix slide. The
very
4-2s, and it keeps him in range to be able to check him with the low kick.
Excellent work. You keep those type of tools at this
King, well, fuck you,
games where I need to
Brian, Clive, Lars. I'm thinking Lars. I'm thinking like Lars, Oscar, Paul, something in that realm. No, actually, you're all wrong. It's Law.
All right, hits that one. Activates
Definitely Law.
Mix with the low.
Oh, get over here. Just side swing blow gets out of trouble, but he's still up. If he can finish this combo, that is going to be pretty good, but that scaling...
Why Law? Because people who play Law are the biggest crackheads in all of Tekken by far.
Phoenix follow-ups there, and he goes with the
Wall might have been that help.
Yeah.
I've never fought a Law player and thought to myself, yeah, that nigga has a brain. Like, I've never encountered a Law player online and thought that they passed the 3rd grade on the first try. Like, you know what I mean?
Right now. He changed his timing up, and Clyde, you know, he gets big reward out of some of these videos, makes up some of these strikes that he's getting.
If Chicory can't close it, I mean, if Kakoma can't
Just
close
doesn't
it out,
happen.
he's going to be kicking himself.
2-1 activate cancel. Testing with Phoenix. Just goes Phoenix doesn't even do anything. Guard break.
He's feeling it now. He's like, I got
Man,
this.
I don't like guard breaks. Take every single one of them out of the game.
Can he make something happen? He's got a full bar of feet. Chicory, though.
No stab.
Just ran out.
It's the down back 3. Eats the 4-2 string just like that. Cut him up, Chicory.
Wow. That was a close one. I think, honestly, if you're looking at that set around the middle or just earlier, you're probably like, yeah, Kakoma's got this. I think, but that's what makes Chicory historically, you know, one of the best players, one of the best players in Japan. But he's one of those guys, the longer you play him, the more he's going to really be able to demolish you.
King of the Deathmatch.
Yeah, he's very good at picking up just like self-awareness of his own habits, but then also other player habits, especially how they move, how they
Look, I
step.
forgot this tournament was going on. I was watching Tekken at
fuzzy
DreamCon.
timings
Are
and
there
all that,
any
and he's very good at using his
noteworthy
characters.
players in that event?
He plays his characters for a reason, right?
Yes.
Being able to take advantage of that over the course of a long set and being able to take advantage of those habits especially. And like I said, he's very good at self-consciousness of his own timing. We talked about it throughout the set. When
Healing is playing rhythm right now. Joe Crush is there.
But he's like, I have to
Money
put
would
this
be on
delay
Healing to
it,
win that whole
just to be
thing.
able to, again, give them different looks and different
Do they have a
sensations
pot bonus
of
for that
timing
event?
so that in the end, I can go back to these immediate presses or I can adjust it again.
It's like setting little traps, little flags. I'm gonna check what you do here. All right, I got a note there.
Playing the long
got a note
game.
here.
Playing the long
and then
game.
yeah, as you saw towards the end, it just spun around because he's like, all right, I'm gonna hit all these landmines I put up.
Yo,
Bang, bang,
Asakura
bang, bang.
Skywalker. Looking at the rate of greatly appreciate what lives in the flowers.
For Group A,
I'm
we know
Lotus
who made it out
Asakura, the
winner's
one
side,
who
the top
never
32.
knows
It's going to be
best.
Molgold, Arson Ash, Chicory, Danielmado. But basically all the players that you just saw that they had to beat, those guys are still swimming around in losers bracket. It's coming up next. You got one of them go face. Wow.
Oh, Shonen.
Yeah,
and
Shonen going up
Ding.
against John Ding.
All right. Man, this bracket's crazy. I got to see how my boy did as well, actually.
Yeah, losers is pretty nasty, but it's gonna be like that the whole tournament. Honestly, even before top 32, it's gonna be.
Yeah, losers finals and rhythm is up.
pretty
No
intense,
against
I think.
Peeling.
By
Oh
round
shit.
2 in a lot of these brackets.
So
it's
is Joe
already-
Crush waiting in
what is
grand
it?
finals
we were
then?
talking about earlier, right? Some of these could have easily been top 8 matches in some tournaments. I
Tekken
feel like
to do another art
we have seen some
contest?
of them in the top.
Facts, and I need you to enter.
If we just include people from outside of this region, I think there's 40
That
plus
boy John Ding look like he about to
international Tekken
bust
players.
out of that
40
shirt.
plus international Tekken players. You got to talk
It's gonna
about
be
like
me soon,
what,
chat.
4 or 5 EU players as well. You know, big ups to everybody out there at Headstomper. You know, they got this is not the only tournament this weekend, but it's cool to be able to see
Pull this up in
2
another
from NA
tab
come
real
out.
quick.
I'm not sure if 2 will end up playing, but 2
We'll see.
We'll see, but 2
TBA.
came out. Then you got what 4 or 5 I think from EU.
Yes.
Several from Japan.